went through trials and tribulations, so my people don't have to see me in visitation. I pray to God to give me patience. All I was trying to do is feed my baby. Riding that Benz, yeah, that Mercedes. I got me a rider, I don't need your lady. Pop in my collar, this shirt, the latest. Put my Gucci shades on, cause these niggas shaded. Hey, when I feel the worst of the feelings, my nerves.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Feliciakatsson for another episode of In the Music, but this time we're doing our UpNext feature artist, Deezy104. How are you doing? I'm right?
Deezy104.
104, okay.
No problem, it's all good.
Okay, I want to thank you for doing this interview with me. You know, like I told you before, I found you on Instagram, just scrolling or whatever. So just tell everybody about who you are, where you from, and stuff like that.
I originally go by London Deezy. I shortened it up because my real name London. Like, I don't care about people knowing my real name. And I got that name as a child. It was given to me. So I took the LON off and I go by Deezy104. The 104 just stands for like tenfold, like copy that, like basically like I try to keep my word and I just go from there. And I'm from Florida, from Tampa, Florida, West Tampa, Florida to be exact. West Tampa is my hood where I was born and raised and whatnot. So, you know, yeah, and I've been doing music since I was like 9, and I got for real with middle school. I used to do rap battles on the track field or whatnot, and I started winning. I just kept winning. Then I was like, man, I like rap. I just kept going. Now
At 9 years old, like, how did you start, like, get your love for music at that young age? Was it a song or anything like that that just popped your interest?
I believe the song "Let Me Clear My Throat" was out around that time. I'm not sure if that was like the exact year when I was 9 years old, but I know when that song came out, like I learned I wrote that song down and I liked it. I used to go around singing that. And then I kind of fell in love with music from right there, like around Tupac, Biggie era, no Warren G, and I just fell in love with music right in.
Okay, all right, a little West Coast. So you've been rapping, well, you fell in love with rapping at 9 years old, but how long have you been actually rapping? Like pursuing it as a career, putting out stuff?
I've been rapping since I was 9.
Oh, okay.
13 years old, I think I recorded my first song on the tape with my sister and my cousin. I think I was 13. I think I had my first show at like a modeling agency event when I was like 13, 14. And right then and there, I started to take it serious. And then when I got in like middle school, I took it more serious. When I hit high school, I started actually putting out music. Like I started recording more. I was already in the studio in middle school, but I started recording more in high school. I started putting mixtapes. I got a buzz in my city. I started doing shows, and I started really like falling in love with it and taking it like real serious, doing it every day. Like I breathed it, and I just started from there. That's really why I started that. So I would say high school, around the 9th and 10th grade is really when I started to pursue it, to try to make it.
Okay, all right. So being from Tampa, who was some of your like musical influences? Is there any big rappers from Tampa? Excuse me, you know, I don't want to be rude or anything like that, but
Nah. Well, I was influenced by really myself. Like I was really like going into it like real hard, and I didn't stop. Like Jay-Z really influenced me. Like, and he's not really from, he's not from, of course, but
yeah.
I kind of like I started rapping like before a lot of people in my era. I kind of feel like me and my cousin them kind of kicked it off for people around my age, and we was like kind of some of the only people rapping like for the youth. I remember, some people from my city, K.D. He was rapping around that time. People in like the next bracket, like above, like as far as age goes, because I was in team then, like the grown people. I remember Tom G, Crazy 813. Them was really like the only two that in Tampa, Tony. Them was three of the ones that I can remember that kind of paved the way for the city, and it was somebody named Young fella out then too. So that's my dog too. So them kind of like the ones, but as far as like the age, like around my era, I feel like I and my cousin Lo, K.D, and Kayla, a few other people from my city like was rapping around that time. It was a couple other people. My dog Suave, like he was kind of doing it too, and it was like we was really the ones like kind of doing a lot of shows and stuff that day. And we just went from there though. So I was kind of really influenced off of just the atmosphere. Yeah.
So how did like the Southern sound influence your style of rap or anything like that?
I don't know. Like I say, I was influenced by a lot of T.I.'s too. And I got my sound. I feel like I used to listen to a lot of Wayne, and I just developed my own sound by listening to different people or whatnot. That's really it. Like I feel like I was more of a lyricist at the time. I was really like trying to be lyrical or whatnot, and I still try to be lyrical, but I kind of put it to the twist that's going on right now, like with the wave or whatnot. That's really out right now. Yeah, like the singing, rapping, but still like really saying something.
Okay. All right. So, what is your take on like the? Are you gonna take the independent route or more like a major label type of deal situation?
Independent for now. I had, a couple of situations that could potentially be something in the near future, or could have been something. It's still in the air, and I'm still talking to some of them people with with a lot that's going on right now though. Like I feel like they gotta really come correct. Like I ain't just gonna sign no deal for like something just to say I signed to somebody with a big name, because I feel like all they gonna do is give you a bonus that you're gonna go probably blow or whatnot, even though I don't think I'm gonna blow it, like, because I already put my own money into it. Like I put thousands into my music or whatnot. So I feel like if they come, they gotta come. Like whether or not I got a super crazy buzz or just buzzing a little. Like I had, a couple of people saying they was gonna put me on Funk Flex, Sway in the morning, So we still talking. So I'm just trying to see where it's gonna lead to. But other than that, like I'm gonna keep going. Like, they just gotta come correct. But right now, I feel like the independent is winning. Shout out to the people that's getting deals, so getting the right deals. Hope you know what you're signing, because once you sign a deal, you in that deal. I know some people that's in some deals, and they not able to release their music when they want to. They're not happy. They're not making the money that everybody think they make. They basically, a lot of people struggling even with them deals. So I feel like if you ain't gonna come right with a deal, hey, I'm gonna do this by myself. Like you gotta come correct. Like even the people talking about they trying to get me with some big labels right now, they gotta come correct. That's the only way I'm gonna go.
Okay. Speaking of blowing, talk about your new single that's out right now. What kind of inspired that? How did that come about?
I was in a situation. I don't want to talk too much about the situation, but I probably will talk a little bit more. a little bit more about the situation on my album, what I put out soon, I'll probably go into a little bit more detail. But it's just, something hit the fan and it made me, I just had to get some stuff off my chest, and I felt like when I put that song out, I recorded that song over a year ago, by the way. So that song is really like old to me. When I put out my music, it's old to me. Like, Dakota, turn that down, baby, put on your headphones. But it's like old to me when I put out music, and I don't really feel like it's like, what I'm trying to say is I want to really say what it came from, but I don't really want to go too much detail because I feel like on my album, I really, like, when they hear it, they're going to be like, damn, that's deep. But that's why I kind of just gave them like a little preview, and I was like, I went through trials and tribulations so my people don't have to see me in visitation. I pray to God to give me patience. All I was trying to do was be my baby. Riding in that Benz, that Mercedes. I got me a ride, I don't need the lady. Pop in my collar, this shirt, the ladies put my boots stays on, cause these niggas stated, hey, when I feel the worst of the feelings, my nerves be bad, even when I'm chilling, cause I was going through a situation, my nerves was bad, and I was just thinking, and my head was everywhere. So, at the time, I just went in the studio and I did me. I wrote the first 8 bars, and after that, I just went in off the mind, and I just talked my shit on them. That's it.
Okay, so what kind of keeps you motivated to keep making songs and visuals? You've been putting out a lot of videos. My personal favorite was Ordinary. What keeps you motivated with everything?
Just family, like, everybody who pushed me, like, and the people that DM me and telling me that I'm hard, or they like, how you ain't signed yet? They like, man, you need to sign. They be like, send me your link, I'm gonna repost your link. You too hard. They be like, man, you harder than these dudes in the industry. Like, you need to blow. You are you signed? Like, people think I'm signed already, So and the people from my city who tell me like I inspired them to do music, like, I really didn't feel like I knew I inspired people, but like I didn't know certain people look at me a certain way from my city, into like people telling me like, hey man, I started doing music because of you and Love, or I started doing music because of the song y'all made back then and Woo, or like, man, you hard, and it just really made me like look at a lot of stuff like, man, that's crazy. Like how Lil Baby saying that one song, like, he say, I never call myself a GOAT, I leave that up to the people. Like, I really felt him on that, like, when people really like, hey, you the GOAT, like, you hard, like, like, the GOAT, it means the greatest of all time. That's why, like, a lot of people say that the GOAT, and I be like, you're not the greatest of all time. Like, I feel like the GOAT is like Tupac or Jay-Z or Wayne, something like that. So, I want to get to that level. But, if people keep calling me the GOAT and telling me I'm hard, they're like, man, I'm gonna soak it up, and, hey, just keep going.
Okay. So, talking about keeping going, what is your goals for the next 6 months? Like, what do you want to accomplish? I know we still kind of in quarantine, lightweight, sort of, kinda. What is something that you want to achieve though in the next 6 months?
I wanna put out my album and a mixtape at least, and I wanna probably put out like 6 more videos. I wanna put out like a video a month, or however I do it. I just want to put out like 6 more videos before the year over. And I want to put out, my goal this year was really to put out 12 videos, like, before the whole year over. I think I can do it, but if I do 6, I'd be happy. And I want to put out an album. I just want to keep getting money, stay prayed up and blessed.
Okay. So how is you keeping like your presence known with everything going on? I know you are living in Atlanta, but you go back and forth to Tampa. So how is you keeping your presence known both in Atlanta and Tampa?
To be honest, I don't even think about it. I just do me. Like I post and I move around and I just, I go to Tampa probably 2-3 times a month and I just post, I just keep doing like dropping time, making music like on my spare time, my private time, like I'm really recording a lot in the studio. I'm making art, like as far as my covers goes, I'm talking to people and I just find myself always trying to stay busy. So like I don't really even look at it in the sense of like trying to, stay relevant. I just try to stay consistent. But I really feel like even when people tell me like I'm consistent, I don't feel like I'm consistent enough. Like that's how I always push myself hard. I be like, I gotta go hard. Like I ain't doing enough. Like I need this, I need that. So it's that me feeling like I'm not doing enough. Even when people like, hey, you snapping? Like, I ain't snapping. Like I can be in Drake shoes right now. Like how Drake going crazy. I feel like Drake feel the same way. Like I ain't going hard enough. He said it in an interview in that like it blowed me like he challenged himself and he always pushed himself like I ain't going hard enough. But people, like everybody like when Drake on something, it's gone. Like I just feel like I just challenge myself, keep pushing myself. That's all. Everybody around me, they gonna push me. Like they gonna push me. And even though I'm gonna push myself, but people around me, they gonna push me. Like, you been in the studio? What's up with this? When you going to the studio? What you recorded? Send me your song. Send me the last thing you recorded. That's hard. I don't like that. Go redo this. Da, 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 da. So yeah, that's how I do it.
Okay. Speaking of like goal setting, and everything, what are 3 people or 3 producers that you would like to work with in the future? Sorry to put
Eric
you on the spot.
Eric Sermon, I already been talking to him. We got, we supposed to be, doing some stuff. We got some stuff in the air, so, that could possibly go somewhere. I want to work with Beethoven, and I want to work with like a legend. Like I can't like if I got the chance, I really want to work with Dr. Dre.
Okay.
I work with Dr. Dre. I feel like I'd go crazy because I'm with Dre and we really from 2 whole different sides of the earth. Like I'm really from deep down south in Tampa. He really from Cali or whatnot, Compton, and that's 2 whole different sounds. So if I work with him, and it's just gonna be crazy.
It's gonna go up from there. You feel me? So look. So tell everybody where they can find you at, promoters, they all want to feature or anything like that. Where can they find you at?
Google, YouTube, Spotify. You can type in Deezy104, that's DEEZY104. You can follow me on all platforms at that same name, Deezy104. You can just YouTube. Like I said, yeah, YouTube. I got my email in my bio. If you serious, like some people DM me, like I respond to people DM. Like I feel like even when I make it, I be responding to people DM. Like I don't feel like like people see that. Like if I feel like I want to respond, like I'm gonna respond. But if I feel like sometimes I don't respond, but I respond when I can or when it's about like it look interesting in me. I respond like, okay, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna see what's up. So yeah, just hit me up. Like you can get it going. Go listen to my music, stream it. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you again for coming and letting me interview you again, because we had some technical difficulties. So I really appreciate it.
No problem, love. All love, for real.
Yes. So make sure you guys go ahead and check all his information out. It will also be on the website as well with the link to his new music, mixtape. If you already have multiple mix, I'll put everything up there. But I want to thank you guys again for tuning in for this week Up Next Artist of the Week, and see you guys later.
I went through trials and tribulations, so my people don't have to see me in visitation. I pray to God to give me patience. All I was trying to do is feed my baby. Riding that Benz, yeah, that Mercedes. I got me a rider, I don't need your lady. Popping my collar, this shirt, the latest. Put my Gucci shades on, cause these niggas shaded. Hey, when I feel the worst of the feelings, my nerves be bad, even when I'm chilling. Gotta go hard, gotta make me a million. And when I do that, tryna make me a billion. Like Jay, that's motivation, you know, DJ Dakota. Them my kids, I gotta make it for them. God bless them, please help me raise and mold them. Pull up down, wanna raise this motor. Now watch it go room, I might make it blow up. On too many pills, they gon' make me go up. On too much to drink, it might make me throw up. Now this is the feeling you get. Rockin' Balenciagas in the pit, yeah. Lil' bitch told me she got a treat. I told her you keep it, lil' baby, I don't trick, yeah. Now look at the flick of my wrist. I'm breaking down pounds, tryna get racks back big. Oh, bigger than big. My girl need 100 brand new lace wig. I don't give a damn what he say, and she say, bitch, I'ma get paid. My bro girl said she got a big play. Break it down 3 ways, me, him, and his play. Switch my sound, put a switchblade on him. Got a new car, let me switch lanes. Oh yeah, they got a new boo, she loving them goons. I'm flashing them boots, she went like a pool. I'm putting it in, I make her go ooh. I just wanna do a big trip on her. Come back about ooh, talk a little shit. Man, with me in the beginning, so try me in the end. Yeah, with me in the middle, fuck you then. Talk a little shit, I'm getting like, yeah. They know I'm coming again, I'm running up in it. Give me that spinach. Had it for bad, but they thought I was finished. Now I'm giving them hell, just flashing the linens. Fuck all the 12, I'm trapping the city. All of these bitches be begging me hit it. Cut it, see no Gucci frame. Rockin' my class, tell it and fit it. I'm watching for haters, I'm watching them snitches. I'm clutching my blicky, cause it can get tricky. They might try to stick me, I can't let them get me, I can't let them get me. So get out my way, get out my plate. I'm making it shake, feeling it safe. I put on the gas, it ain't on the brake. I pull up on blades, they watching me skate. I'm throwing up threes, I'm watching them hate. She got a new plug, I'm bringing that way. Throwing up threes, I'm watching them hate. She got a new plug, I'm bringing that way. Gotta get money, bitch, I'm on a chase. You hear that sound, I'm moving that bass. They see my drip and they copy and paste. Had a long day, bad went to the face. It's some new gas, ain't smoking no shade. Niggas is hurt, they need some first aid. Niggas had crossed me, they cut me like barbers. Had to go harder and move a little smarter. Lost some friends, thought they were my partners. Talking the ones I came up on the corner with. Teenager gives me like we in a tournament. Man, I can't let them hang me like no ornament. Ooh. I say niggas had crossed me, they cut me like barbers.